Okay, so technically this is meant to be a guide video for the new event. I say guide, not really a guide, because it's not difficult, but you know, I like making them, so we're here to make another one. About the new event that came out, there's a bunch of different challenges for anyone curious, but this is just going to be me playing through them whilst I talk about it, because this first challenge, the Surfpiercer, is essentially boat racing that we've had like 400 different times, and I'm kind of just getting bored of boat racing. So I'm just going to be doing the event in the background whilst I talk about just the uncreativeness, the lack of creativity in a lot of the Genshin Impact events. A lot of them just boil down to remakes of something that we've done before, or just kind of killing enemies. And this is not really like a bad thing, but, you know, adding some spice, like I think they're trying to add spice here with like some special coalescence stuff, gather all pierce drivers with a certain AoE. For the most part, I don't think it's going to do anything, because I think I'm just going to be able to do this without really knowing what's happening, if I'm completely honest. Because I didn't read a single word just then, and we're about to probably get all the rewards from everything in this event. So that's that. I think there are a few like challenges in this event, or in the, like the overall phantasmal whatever Goria event, whatever this is called, the islands archipelago. I think there's probably some challenges in this that are going to be like pretty fun and intuitive, like maybe the escort one. But for the most part, like Genshin's events are just starting to really bore me. There's no spice. There's no spice. I like spice. You know, everyone likes a spicy curry. Everyone likes like a spicy lasagna. Well, maybe not spicy lasagna, but you know what I mean. Everyone likes a bit of spice. And the Genshin events are all just turning out to be very much remakes of the same concept: boat racing, kill enemies, with no added mechanics, no like buff cards, no change to gameplay style, no fundamental alterations to gameplay mechanics. It's all ending up being the same thing. And as I predicted, I've just done this whole challenge, I guess, and I don't know what I did. I just pressed E a few times, and this is a great example of it being that. Like, you don't really have to pay attention. Surfer's Surge use, does that really matter? Does using Surfer Surge actually matter really quickly? Let me just check. Does using Mr. Subsurfer's challenge actually matter? I guess you can get 2 heroes with from this. I think I didn't use a specific button, I guess, but there you have it. That's one challenge done. 30 primos made. Cool, cool, cool. Well, we're already at the next challenge, so let's just walk over there. And as for like event design, I think Genshin really needs to step it up. They need to move away from just killing enemies. I know there's a few events, I think, in this patch 2.8 that is just kind of based around killing enemies with maybe doing something else. I need to turn the boat around for this one. When you use the Surfer's Surge, the wave rider will become capable of destroying certain obstacles along the track. You can do this, so you're barging through items. Are we going to have to do it? Some obstacles cannot be destroyed by Surfer's Surge. Large floating towers and whatnot, so certain things can't be destroyed. Okay, so we're playing essentially like a Mario Kart right now, but your car can go through objects. Fair enough, fair enough. Let's start it. Which item is even the surf? I don't even know. Oh, it's right click. Or I think I don't really know what's happening right now, but I think it'll be fine. Yeah, we got to charge. We press left click and we go through the items, and there's no braking animation. We need to destroy 2 obstacles for this challenge, so everyone destroy 2 obstacles. But yeah, I really want Genshin to move to a bit more of a creative design with their events. If they're going to be putting like, there's pretty minimal amounts of events. The end of a patch in Genshin is like really dry. So I think they need to like kind of maybe step up their game in terms of events. Because the last 2 weeks of a patch is like brain dead boring. There's nothing to do. You're just kind of sitting there logging in and kind of wishing there was actual gameplay. So I think they need to step up at least the creativity of all their events to kind of keep people engaged for the last few weeks. Because, well, listen, the Arataki drumming event, whilst I love it, the fact that the beat map creation doesn't stay as a constant is probably one of the most disappointing things I've heard about the game in a super long time. I don't know why they decided to remove the Arataki drumming event, but it is what it is. They gave us a drum, but surely keep the beat map creation, because that's like a unique feature. Surely that's what we keep in the game. It's a fun, unique feature. People can create songs, and they can keep it as a system and continuously add more songs for players to create beat maps about, right? people like Genshin rather could start adding all of their OST to it, and thus, or maybe some of their more popular hits, and thus players like, hey, I created a cool song, nice, created a cool song, I can now play it, I can now share it with my friends, I can have a good time. But instead, what we got was a bit more of a, hey, whilst the event's up, you can play some of the good popular ones, but after that, you kind of just can't do anything. Because the drum is by far, like, the actual drum that we do get is probably by far the worst out of the 3 instruments that we got, which is kind of like, it makes sense. Drums are a very simple instrument. I was a drummer myself in high school, and they're super simple, but like, it also sounds like ass. It just sounds like ass. In the actual songs that you play during the event, you're playing actual drums. You're not playing a bongo. You're playing actual real drums. But in the when you actually use the item in the open world, you're playing bongos. It's like, well, why? Why, like, at least make it sound like a drum? What's the point of having it if it doesn't sound like a drum? Even though in the songs we actually... Regardless, I'm getting off topic. I think the events are dog shit right now. I think some of these in this current event, the Phantasmagoria, whatever the fuck Fischl says all the time event, I think this one will be fun for like a few of them. And I'll cover all the challenges in a small video about each challenge. But am I expecting super massive longevity? Probably not. And I hope the events really just do make up for, or become a lot better. I'll probably have a video talking about Archipelago, because I think I want to talk about the Archipelago and reintroducing a zone in a different whole video where I can actually dedicate some time to it. But yeah, that was the event. Listen, you don't really have to pay attention to it. If you want all the rewards, obviously you kind of need to know what you're doing and read the challenges. But for the most part, you can just clear the goddamn thing. It's not that difficult. It's boat racing. The boating is pretty simple. Press the buttons when you see them shine, and you'll get all the rewards. This has been another Genshin complaining video, disguised as a guide video. It is what it is. Hope you guys enjoyed. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.